When she stepped out of the washroom, it was the sight that left him in bliss. The shorts were too big on her, they fell till her knees. But the hoodie was even bigger. It covered the shorts completely. The sleeves ate up her hands, and he wanted to squish her in her arms. Ryan, oh, that's chicken. She hopped towards the table happily and sat on the chair beside him. When she tried to pull the sleeves up, they kept falling, and he laughed. All the violence inside of him had disappeared. Jungkook, come here. He grabbed the sleeves instead and folded them up, so her hands were out and functioning again. Red appeared on her cheeks again, and he wondered if it was really because of crying, or was it something else. She dug in her chicken again, and he followed, caressing her hair once, and she stopped. For a minute second, but he noticed it all. Jungkook. It had been a while. We last ate together. He and Wine had worked together on a project, and that's when she fell for him. And so he did, but she didn't know yet. He was well aware of her admiration towards him. She was too obvious. That's what he found so adorable about her. Wine. It was a cake to celebrate the end of project after it ranked first. Jungkook. And you got it all over your face. He teased. Wine. Excuse me. It was all you're doing. And when I wanted to do it, you ran away. Jungkook, my apologies, but my skin is extremely sensitive and gets irritating, burning, and itchy. So I must let the lady take all the credits for looking cute like a bear in that chocolate cream. She was not expecting it at all. Clearing her throat, she shoved a bite in his mouth and another in hers, not looking in his eyes anymore. Jungkook, you really are so cute, you know that? Wine, no, I don't like being cute. I'm cool and sexy. The way his gaze traveled down her body made her want to scream her lungs out. Jungkook, no. Wyan, hey, that's very rude. You could have said to make me happy. Jungkook, I like you cute better. Wyan, I was joking. I like cute too. He laughed and she glared at him. She was whipped without knowing her he was too. Jungkook, alright, no more jokes. You want to eat something more? Wyan, maybe. After a while, I tend to get hungry a lot. Jungkook, good. I would love someone keeping me a company. He put the dishes back in kitchen and returned to her, leaning against the table. Jungkook, tell me, why were you in that area this late at night? She sighed. Ryan, I went to meet Emma, but there's been some problem between us, so I left, and I was too distracted to realize someone following me. She shuddered at that thought, and flashback appeared all over again. Her breath got uneven, and Jungkook held her instantly. Jungkook, Eyes on me. It's alright. I'll keep you safe. They kept an eye contact for a long, long time before pulling away abruptly. Jungkook, I have got them arrested. They'll pay for even thinking of hurting you. Wyan, will I have to go to police station to give my statement? Jungkook, no, I have handled it all. Wyan, but how? His eyes said he was deciding how much of truth he shall tell her. He wasn't the kind of person to start anything based on lies. Jungkook, my father works for a mafia lord. I once saved his and my dad's life. They were alone, dead, security. I guess the martial arts came in handy. Not that Lord favors me a lot. Jungkook, though I don't use him for much, but he'll let me do anything I ever want without so much as asking a question about it. Why? Isn't it dangerous? She looked hesitated, yet Jungkook was determined. Jungkook, that's not my word, and I'm not getting involved in it. It's safe, and he makes sure about it. Why? Okay. Jungkook, when is the time your mother starts getting worried about your missing from home? Why? 10. But she might not tonight. I told her I was staying with Emma. Jungkook. Well, Emma's out of the frame and I've got enough space to fit in a tiny beer. Why? I might eat half the snacks in your home. When he shrugged, she added again. Wine. And if I get bored and watch a movie, I might blast the volume. Wine. And I might end up trying half your closet if these clothes make me unable to sleep. Jungkook, I can always get more snacks. The walls are soundproof and the cloths are all at your service. Your Highness, you may sleep without them. He stopped in between his sentence when she instantly hugged herself. Jungkook, and no one will know. He completed the sentence and she cleared her throat. Why, of course. Huh? I'll do all of that. You offered. Don't complain. She stood up, walking away, but Jungkook grabbed her wrist and pulled her back. She crashed against his body. They stood so close to each other, their breaths dancing together and hearts beating in sync. Jungkook, I happened to hear once you love someone with dark brown hair, almost black, 5'10", owns a bike, and have this big, huge tattoos covering his arm. Oh, and how can I forget the scar on his cheek? Wine. That's very rude, eavesdropping on somebody else. She flushed. Jungkook, not when you're the topic. Wine. Well, I. Jungkook leaned down to her level, thumb brushing against her chin, playing with her heartbeat even more. Jungkook, don't run away from me. I'm done staying away from you. He whispered, and she widened her eyes, half in shock, half in confusion. Jungkook, I want you to whine. So don't be confused and be mine. Let me protect you. She held his shirt tightly, looking at him with relief filled eyes, and Jungkook kissed her forehead before taking her in his arms, his hand stroking the locks of her hair, and she felt his heart beat against her cheek, beating the same rhythm as his. Jungkook, I'm not letting you go, Wine. Remember that. She felt another kiss on her forehead, and the two looked forward to the life that waited them.